Hi, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food. A few days ago, a friend of mine reached out to me and asked me how to fold or how to make a wrap. They wanted to make like a tuna wrap or something of that nature, or a chicken wrap. And I didn't have the opportunity then, but I thought I really needed to make a video. I realized there was a need to show persons how to fold a wrap correctly, because that was what my friend was inquiring. And so I thought, let me go ahead and make a wrap so I can show everybody how to fold a wrap properly, or the way I fold a wrap. And I thought, let me go a bit healthy. I'm going to make a vegetable wrap. So we're going to do a grilled vegetable wrap. I already have the grill all heated up. And I went ahead to the supermarket a few days ago, and I went ahead and purchased a wrap skin, which is this here. Now you have different flavors. There's spinach. There's also roasted tomato, roasted red bell pepper. I wanted to have spinach or roasted red bell pepper, but I couldn't find any. The only choice I had was the plain wrap. And I thought, this would still be great because the vegetables are all colorful, so I'm going to have a nice highlights of color when I slice the wrap coming through the wrap. So the other vegetables I picked up while in the supermarket, I picked up some orange bell pepper. I couldn't find yellow, so I just picked that up. And again, I want to say to you that the choice of vegetables is really entirely up to you. You can choose any vegetables you want. You can choose carrots, you can choose summer squash. Anything you want to put in there is entirely up to you. It's really your imagination. So I picked up some orange bell pepper, some red bell pepper. I also took some Shishitto Peppers, which I'm going to toss in the grill as well. Some eggplant, red onion, some zucchini. And I also thought I'd make it very Caribbean and add some grilled plantain inside there as well. And of course, some grilled okras. I love okras. Okras have a bit of slime, but I find when you grill them, you don't have that kind of slime. But you don't have to use okras. You can use anything else. And then, of course, I thought the wrap needed to have a bit of texture, so I picked up some romaine lettuce as well as some lettuce greens. And I love cilantro, which I think most persons know. So, of course, I had to get some cilantro to add to my wrap. And then, of course, we're going to need a spread. So I was able to pick up this hummus. Hummus here. But I also make a really phenomenal hummus. I'm going to make a video on how to make a yellow split pea hummus for you at some stage. And I also thought I would add a bit of goat's cheese to the wrap as well, because I find that goat's cheese goes well with grilled items. Now, the other thing I want to mention to you is that you don't have to use goat's cheese. You can also use tofu. I was actually looking for tofu, a firm tofu that I could grill, but I couldn't find tofu. So I thought, I just pick up this goat's cheese and use the goat's cheese. And the other ingredients which I use for grilling, of course, we need to have some olive oil. And I also mix the olive oil with a bit of balsamic vinegar, and of course season with salt and pepper. So that's all the ingredients we have here for the wrap. So we're going to go ahead and get this wrap going. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and toss this wrap here on the grill and get some nice grill marks. And what the grill also does as well is it heats the skin up, because sometimes you may pull this from the refrigerator and you want to heat it. Now, if you don't have a grill, you can just use a frying pan, and you just would heat your frying pan up, no oil. You want to just place it in just maybe 5 or so seconds, and then you flip it over another 5 seconds and it's finished. In my case here now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the grill for just about 5 seconds each, and then I'm going to take this off. So I'm going to go ahead and grill the wrap now. So we're going to pop this on the grill. So we go ahead and place this on the grill, and all we're doing really is getting some nice grill marks. Hopefully this grill can give us the grill marks we want, and we're also warming the wrap at the same time. So only just a few seconds on each side. I'm not sure whether this grill would give me the grill marks I want, but we will try. And we turn the wrap over. And I'm grilling the wrap first because from here I'm going to put on the vegetables, and the vegetables will have on a bit of oil and so forth. So I don't want to dirty the wrap up. I wanted to do the wrap first. So this is looking great. So this is nice and warm. And that way you have a nice warm wrap. So we're going to go ahead now and pull this off, and then we're going to start now to cut our vegetables up to grill our vegetables. So I'm going to rest this back on the same plate and rest this aside. I'll keep it nice and warm just over here. So let's go ahead and cut up the vegetables. So I'll start first with the bell pepper. I want to show you how I cut a bell pepper. What I do is I place on the cutting board, I just take off the ends lightly, not too much. Just put this aside. We can always use this to dice it for rice or something else later. I make a cut down the bell pepper, and then we cut and we roll the seeds and everything out. And that's how I cut the vegetables for the, that's how I cut the bell peppers. So we're gonna just probably, for this here, we're just gonna be using, we use those two. And then I will do the same thing here. I'll just rest this back over here. For the red bell pepper, just take off the ends as well. Again, use those up for something else we don't want to waste. And then we're going to cut and roll the seeds right out of this bell pepper. So just going to put this right over here. So you roll this right out. And then we cut this here. I probably wouldn't use all of the bell pepper here. So this would be this one. For the eggplant, I'm going to take the eggplant and just cut off the ends. And then the other thing I want to mention to you about grilling, don't cut the vegetables as how you want them to be finished. I'm going to want strips. I want to cut these into strips. I will cut these into bigger pieces because what I want to do is I don't want to have strips because they'll fall through the grill. But bigger pieces would allow me to be able to grill the vegetables and then cut them afterwards. So then we're now going to go ahead and just slice this into slices like this. And I would place this right over here. The zucchini is the same thing as well. I'll take the ends off. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And again, we're going to cut this here now. I'll use a bigger piece. We cut this all the way down like this. And we use these bigger pieces of zucchini. And then of course, I have some okra. So I'm going to take the okra. And all I simply do with the okra is I cut the okra right in half. It's such a gorgeous day today. Well, it's gorgeous. It started to rain actually. But we're going to continue on. I want to share this with you, so we're going to continue on doing this video. So I have some okras which I'm going to add to the actual wrap as well. So we put that right over there. And let's just deal with the red onion. So I just take off the skin of the red onion. And what we're going to do, let's just go ahead and peel this. So peel this off. Peel this red onion all the way. And this is going to be a lovely wrap, I think. So that's all peeled. And then what I do is I just trim this off a bit. And then because we're going to grill it, I'm going to cut this into some fat pieces. I think that should be enough for what we're looking for. And then the way to peel a plantain is basically take off the tops and the bottoms. Take your knife, you can hold your finger like this, and you make an incision or a cut along the side of the plantain, and then you peel off. You peel it away from you. So that's the plantain. And then what we will do with this is that we'll also cut this now lengthwise just like that and pop this on the grill as well too. So far I think we have all the vegetables. The shishitto peppers, what I will do is with these, I'll take these. Oops, that's a bit slippery. Plantain tends to be a bit slippery. I'll take this here and just cut off this edge, the ends of it. And I'm going to use all three of these peppers and we're going to pop these on the grill as well. Okay, so what we do next, let's just clean off our knife. What we're going to do next is take a bit of the olive oil over here. We're going to add some olive oil into our bowl. Let's get this thing out. Olive oil into our bowl. We add it right in here. I think that should be enough oil, I would think. And then we're going to add a bit of balsamic vinegar as well to here. I think that should be good. And then we're going to season it with a bit of salt. bit of salt, and a bit of black pepper to season this up with. And then go ahead and whisk this all up together. Yeah, so we whisk this. And then what we're going to do is just to pass our vegetables through this, and we'll put it on the grill. So I'm going to basically add all the vegetables, just give a little bit more whisk. Don't really want to emulsify it, but you want to combine a little bit the oil and the vinegar together. So then what we do is we take the vegetables, take these red bell peppers. I'm going to take the orange bell pepper, the shishitto peppers. I'll also take the zucchini. I also have the eggplant, which we'll add. And I have a red onion, which we'll add in here as well too, or 2 red onions. And I have the okra. And what we're going to do is we're going to toss this up in this mixture. Now the onion, I don't want to get the onion all, I want to keep the onion together. But these here I'm going to just toss these all up with the balsamic vinegar and the oil, olive oil, preferably. And use the olive oil that's not an extra virgin, but one that's a pure olive oil. And then of course I want to get these also marinated, these onions. And then from here we're going to go ahead and pop these on the grill. And we're going to start to grill these on the grill here. And then once they're grilled, I'll come back and show you the next step. So the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar is basically going to be adding some flavor to the actual wrap, which is going to be tremendous. And it also prevents it from sticking on the grill as well too. We want to add some flavor, so that's why I added the balsamic vinegar. So I think I have everything in here, so we're going to go ahead now and just grill these off on the grill. So let's go ahead and grill these off. So I'm going to go ahead and put down my red onion right on the grill itself. And then of course the red bell pepper. And I also have this orange bell pepper as well. So put these down. Eggplant. Also going to add my zucchini here as well. And some more eggplant. Put that down. Shishitto peppers. Put these down here as well too. And the okra, I just kind of rest these down on the grill. We're going to grill. We're grilling both sides of everything. And some more zucchini. More shishitto peppers. And that's quite a bit of vegetables right there, to be honest. Good. So we're going to grill these here. Let's just get a plate, a landing plate that we'll land these vegetables on. Just wipe off this board. And this is looking really, really delicious. And again, it's a very simple thing to do. And if you don't have a grill like this particular one, there are pans you can buy which are cast iron pans which have grill marks in them as well, or grill lines in them, which are made for grilling indoors. You can always do this same dish at home in your house. You don't have to come outside and do a grill like what I'm doing here. So let's just check the onions. Okay, I probably will leave it on this side for a little longer. Let's check this one. So we're just going to go ahead and grill these up. Oops! Oh, that one fell off. I can't use that one. So we're going to just keep these grilling for a bit. So we're going to grill until we have some nice grill marks, until one side is cooked. And then once that side is cooked, we'll turn it to the other side as well. So just be patient. The key really here is just to be patient with this and to allow these to grill properly. So we're just going to be patient with this. Let's just go ahead and check our veg, and so I'm going to try. So I'll turn this red bell pepper over. Sorry, red onion actually. I'm saying red bell pepper, yeah, well the red bell pepper is next. So let's turn this one over. Oh, lovely. Again, another suggestion too, if you want to do this with vegetables, is if you don't have a grill or you don't have the pan I just mentioned to you, the cast iron pan, you can just place these on a tray and push them into your oven. Just toss it with the same oil or balsamic vinegar. If you don't even have to have the balsamic vinegar, you can just have regular oil. But you can just put these on a tray and toss these in the oven and roast these in the oven, and you still have the same roasted vegetables. So let's just turn these eggplant. And again, which is important, which I think you're seeing now, I cut everything big. Of course, it's not the bell peppers like here are not going to go into the wrap big like this. I have to cut these down into strips. But if I was to cut these into strips before I put them on the grill, as you can see, the grill has slots. They will fall through the slots. So you want to cut everything big, and then you want to cut it to the size you want when you're finished grilling. What you could do as well, what some people do, what I've done as well in the past, especially with okra, because okra naturally, as you can see, is a very narrow type of vegetable. What I've done in the past with okra is I have cut them and I've put like foil paper on the grill itself, just one layer of foil paper, and then I toss the same balsamic vinegar with olive oil, salt and pepper, and I lay the okra on the grill, and it doesn't fall through. So that's another method you could use. You get the same effect. Just use a bit of foil paper, and you wouldn't have the vegetables falling through the grill here. You know, it's the slots in the grill. But what I do with the okra, instead of putting the okra kind of vertical, I kind of put them horizontal, you know, going against the grill lines, and that way it doesn't fall through into the actual grill itself, and I save my okras. But these are looking beautiful, to be honest. These are looking really, really nice. And I think they're almost finished, actually. So once these are finished, we're going to go ahead and move to the next step. But these are looking really, really good. I think the zucchini is almost finished. I'm just going to give these a few more minutes, but as you can see, we have some nice grill marks here on both the peppers and the zucchini. And of course, the shishitto peppers are roasting up lovely as well too. It's nice grill marks as well, and the bell pepper. So this is going to be really flavorful. And by the time we add the hummus to it, and we add the romaine lettuce and the lettuce greens, it's going to be and of course cilantro. I have, you know, cilantro is something I truly enjoy. I really enjoy that herb, cilantro. You could also, if you don't have cilantro, you could also add some basil. I don't think parsley does anything for it because there's no flavor in the parsley, but you could add some basil as well. So if I saw basil in the supermarket, I could have picked up some, but I just picked up the cilantro, and of course we're going to add a bit of the goat's cheese to have that as well in the wrap when we're finished. So these are looking really good. So I think this yellow pepper here is looking finished. So I'm going to take this one off. I'll put it right here. I can start taking off my zucchini. So I can start taking this off as well. And I rest this on this plate. These are looking great. The red bell pepper too can come off. Leave that one for a few more minutes. The eggplant is nice. You see it's soft, it's ready. So that can also come off as well. Yeah, lovely. So we put this eggplant right there. And then the okras. Oops. Just turn those. And the shishitto peppers are all broken down now, really nice and soft. And these are going to add a bit of spice. And they're not too hot, but going to add a bit of spice and texture as well to our wrap. And onions are beautiful. So we're going to take these off as well. Onions are off. So I try to keep these together. And I take off this red bell pepper. And the okras now we can take off as well, along with the shishitto peppers. So that's our grilled vegetables. Oh, one thing we forgot, actually, I don't know how we forgot it. We forgot to put on the, oops, let's get you back over here. We forgot to put on the plantain. So let's just add that plantain on here. I'm going to pass it through a bit of the same oil as well, so it doesn't stick. Put on the plantain. Good. So the plantain is on. Go back on this. okra. And while the plantain is being grilled, I'm going to go ahead and just show you how to cut these vegetables up. And we're going to go ahead and process of making this wrap. And of course, the magic moment, which is eating the wrap, which I can't wait. I'm actually really hungry. So for me, it's important to get this finished so I can eat this wrap. And I wish I could share it with you, but hopefully one day we can invent some kind of TV where we can pass food through the TV. I'm just joking. But we're going to grill this plantain, and then of course I'm going to cut these vegetables up so you can see it, and we will look to finish making this wrap. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to move this one here out of the way because I'm not using this here at the moment, so I'll just rest this over here. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you now how we grill, how we kind of make this particular wrap here right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and make the wrap. I'm going to pick this plantain. See, it's nicely charred now. It's beautiful actually. So that's plantain. Now we'll take this off the grill. And of course, everything is in big pieces. So we're going to go ahead and just cut these down just a bit. So the bell pepper. So you want to cut these into strips like this, into this size strip. Place this back on the plate. Same with this other bell pepper as well too. So kind of big size strips like that. And again, I wouldn't have cut this into strips before, because to cut this into strips before, it will fall through the grill. So it's best to just grill it as a whole big pepper and then cut it down after. But it smells delicious. It smells delicious. So I'm going to put that there. Same with the eggplant as well. Just cut into big pieces like that, big strips. We can cut all of these. And this one as well too. Into some big strips. And then we're going to do the same thing with the red onion. Just cut these into strips. These can go right back over here. Just get these right back here. Same with this one as well. We're going to put this right back over here as well. And the zucchini, I'm going to cut this right in half. So I think I have another 2. Yeah, so just stack them. Cut it right in half as well. Okras are already cut, and the plantain. We're just going to cut these straight in half as well, just like that. So you can always turn it upside down and cut it so it sits flat, easier to cut. But this is roasted. This looks delicious, absolutely delicious. The shishitto peppers. I tend to leave these kind of whole, but I'm going to cut these in half to run through the wrap as well. And these are really going to add that nice little spice, but these are going to be really enhance the flavor a lot. So we have all the vegetables here we need. What we're going to do now is just to go ahead now and just wipe off our cutting board. And I want to show you now how we make this wrap. And what I do to make the wrap really. So I think I have everything. Take now the wrap skin, put it flat. Remember, it was heated. It's a little, I'm just going to warm it up just a little bit more. I went ahead and purchased some hummus from the supermarket, but again, you can make your own. I'm going to show you how to make a really lovely yellow split pea hummus, but hummus is made from garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Again, this makes it really nice and vegetarian. But I'm going to show you how to make one as well. We'll do another video of how to make a hummus. So this is, and by heating the wrap as well, too, it makes it nice and flexible. So I'm going to take some of the hummus, put a bit onto the wrap itself like this, and we're just going to spread this now all the way. So I intend to spread whatever spread I'm using. Let's say I'm using mayonnaise, or I'm using the same hummus, or I'm using like a remoulade, or sometimes you can use a pesto. Whatever you want to use is really entirely up to you, what you like. I spread it all the way to the edges because I want the edges to be fully covered, but it also helps the wrap, when I'm rolling the wrap, to stick. And that should be about the amount of hummus I would put onto this particular wrap. So let's just rest this over here. Go ahead and cover this back. And then what I do is I take the romaine lettuce, just take off a bit of this, and I kind of put it right in the center here, more closer towards me. I leave a space right here, but I put the lettuce like right maybe, let's say this is not halfway, but just below halfway. So add a little bit more romaine lettuce as well. Just cut off those edges, because the other thing as well is we don't want the, when we put the romaine, we don't want the romaine to come all towards the edges, because we have to fold in the edges, which is what I want to show you. So that looks like about enough romaine lettuce. I'm going to add some of the same lettuce greens that we have here. So we add some of these as well on top here. Right on top here. And then I have some cilantro, which we're going to add. The cilantro. And then of course now we add the grilled vegetables. So I'm going to add my plantain. I have the yellow bell pepper. I have the red bell pepper here as well too. This is the eggplant. Adding that too. This looks delicious actually. The zucchini. So just going to add in these all in here. And then I'm going to add the red onion as well too to this. So we added the red onion. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding now some cheese. Some cheese to this as well now too. So this is the goat's cheese I mentioned to you about. So we can add the goat's cheese right on top here. So that's delicious. That looks so delicious. And then we're going to go ahead and roll this wrap up. So what we do is we take the wrap and we fold it over like this. And then now we fold in the ends. So I'm going to take the ends. We don't want to overstuff it. I probably may have put a bit too many vegetables in here. So then we're going to fold over the ends. Just like that. And then as I roll the wrap, I'm going to roll the wrap all the way up. Just like this here. That's how we do the wrap. And then what we do from here now is we're going to go ahead and slice this, and then we're going to taste this amazing wrap. So I normally slice this at a bias. You can slice it straight across if you want to, but I normally go a bias cut, which is like at an angle, and we cut all the way through. And look at that. Look at that beautiful wrap. That's gorgeous. So we're going to go ahead and plate this. So now we just bring over a plate, put this here, and you want to show your colors. And that's our wrap. So what I want us to do now is just to go ahead and taste this wrap. But this looks great. This is a really lovely vegetarian wrap. You could also use like a tomato chutney or something with it as well. But this looks absolutely delicious. So let's just go ahead and taste this, because this looks really, I'm actually salivating. I'm really feeling hungry right now. So let's just go ahead and taste this here. And of course the lettuce and so is giving that really beautiful texture. That's delicious. That's awesome. Well, that's phenomenal. So there you have it, a grilled vegetable wrap. So if you've enjoyed this, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Again, I'm John Hazzard, and for me, it's all about food.